Hello, my name is Clockwork Angel, and this is my podcast. Nobody listens to me anyway. I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to address this. So, this past week, which the current date is 11/10/2022, this past week there's been a lot of drama on the Twitter sphere involving Twitch streamers. And it seems to be that this is a kind of unfortunately common conversation that keeps coming up. To me, it's starting to feel like streamer Twitter and Twitch is such a niche, clicky, high school behavioral group, and everyone acts like children and immature, and people are lashing out and calling people's names and fake canceling each other, real canceling each other. Just there's such a lack of empathy. There's such a lack of friendliness. It's like I want to grow my channel, or a new streamer wants to grow their channel. So what do? Well, the best way to do it is networking. But honestly, watching all these streamers that I followed on Twitter and that I look up to, I don't want to be any of their goddamn friends. I watch the way that they talk to each other, and it's so the high school, and it's so immature that while I enjoy their content enough to keep following them, I'm starting to wonder if I want to even be in the same space as them. And I'm having a lot of fun. I'm a very independent person, so I don't mind streaming on my own, and I have my community that I'm proud of, and you guys follow me, and I'll never change that. I have my podcast, which I absolutely love this podcast, and I have my YouTube channel, which I absolutely love. But good God, I don't think I want to be friends with any of these goddamn fucking Twitch streamers. Like, you guys are absolutely awful to each other. Whether you're real canceling each other or fake canceling each other, your behavior is so immature. It's like this society has lost the ability to have an actual conversation with each other and just lashes out. I don't want to be so aggressive, but it feels like so many of these people should have gotten therapy instead of a job on the internet. And I hate to say that, but it seems like a lot of people need some goddamn help. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I have a lot of issues myself, but there's so much public nuance, and especially this week. Like I said, the date I'm recording this is 11/10. Well, now it's 11/11/2022. This past week, there was some drama with a Twitch streamer that I am going to mention by name, named Hey Tony. Currently a partner to a streamer that I look up to, BB Jess. This is not about BB Jess at all. I don't have anything to say about them, but I just want to talk about this part of Hey Tony. I was following him quite a bit for a bit. I thought he was a really talented streamer, and I love and respect BB Jess, so she was all over respecting him and advocated for him, so I trusted that. But this past week, he started calling out another Twitch streamer, Hey Teeny or Teeny Giant, I believe is the name, by name, saying that he doesn't like her, thinks that she'd lose her platform, and they don't like each other for whatever reason, and that's fine. I don't care what their reasoning is, and I don't need to get involved in that. But then Hey Tony spent the next 2 days or hours or whatever responding to comments of people joining in while he made fun of Teeny Giant's sexual assault at TwitchCon and called it alleged and alleged and alleged and alleged and asked for evidence. And then when people said there is actual evidence, there's 10 plus witnesses, he just goes, well, can I see it? Like, you have any right to watching it? And he just started bullying a number of sexual assault victims online over and over and over. And it's just really shitty to see. And the people around him who are his friends should be calling him out. I'm not saying you're responsible for, everything your partner does, but not calling your partner out and not working with them to maybe be like, hey, that's not what you should be saying. That's not how you should be. If you're dating somebody who's homophobic and you claim to be part of the LGBTQIA plus community, you're not. You're not an ally. Or if your partner's homophobic, you're not an ally. You're not helping. If you can't see how that's wrong, then I just can't help that situation. And to make fun of people who've been actually sexually assaulted and just constantly calling it alleged is literally the whole problem of this society, of why no one ever speaks up about being sexually harassed. No one talks about being raped, because who's going to believe you? It's only alleged. When in this case with Teeny Giant, there is literal evidence and literal videos and audio and pictures, and he's still calling it alleged. It doesn't even matter if there is legitimate evidence or not. Believing somebody who was abused is a very important thing that needs to be happening in this society. And watching so many streamers I look up to arguing over this week of whose side they're on, whether they're on Hey Tony's or they're not on Hey Tony's. And I'm not even talking about just this incident. That incident itself is really stressing me out. And if you are following them and you want to be part of my community, do not be part of my community, because I will not enable this kind of behavior. I was sexually assaulted. I know so many of my friends were sexually assaulted, male, female, they, them, non-gender, non-binary. You can be sexually assaulted by anyone. And if anyone doesn't believe you or calls it alleged, they are the biggest piece of shit in the world. And you should never, ever speak to them and never be their friend. Do not enable this kind of behavior. Outside of that, being a content creator in this space is just getting harder and harder. And you need to be on social media to grow your platform. You need to make connections. You need to meet new community members. But at this point, why would I fucking want to? When all of them, everyone that I look up to is just a huge piece of shit. All they do is yell at each other and fight on Twitter like high school children who never got popular, and now this is their one time to act like they're cool. I don't know where the immaturity levels are coming from, everybody, and why we can't just act. There's so much accusation before anybody speaks to each other. And I had a lot of these incidences happen to me where people would come up and send me a message being like, hey, this anonymous source was harassing me from your community and all these huge shit, so I'm going to block you and never talk to you again because you're a huge piece of shit. And I'm like, hey, if this has been happening to you for weeks and I haven't been aware of it, why are you blaming it on me? Maybe you should have sent it to me, asked me about it before you blocked me. And they'll remove me. Then they start talking shit about me on the internet. And I go, hey, I have no idea who did this and I wasn't part of it. So maybe you should have spoken to me before you just accused me of doing something when I had nothing to do with it. It's so simple to have a communication skill, but this seems to be completely lost on this day and age. And it's so frustrating. I love what I do. I love being in this content space, but I don't want to be friends with any of these people. I don't want to make connections with these people. And honestly, you shouldn't either. There's no benefit. There's nothing that I can gain from it. I'm not feeling inspired by the way that they are. I'm not feeling proud of the way that they are. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of who I am. I know who I am. I stand up for what I am. I do what I do. I love my space. And man, I want to make connections, but the more I watch these people nitpick each other, the more I want out. I keep thinking, oh, maybe this one, I've been watching them for a while. I'd love to reach out and be their friend. And then I watch for a little longer and then I go, I would rather not. They seem awful. And I totally understand the use of like I'm doing right now, calling people out for their bad behaviors, like calling somebody out for who's making fun of sexual assault victims. When you call somebody out on Twitter being like, hey, this person that everybody's quote unquote friends with is actually a bad person. Maybe you guys shouldn't be doing this. Here's some evidence. And everyone goes, oh shit. And they start blocking him and moving on. And next question. But then there's the fake canceling that's been this huge trend all over. And I've been watching this happen on Twitter and Twitch and TikTok for months now, where big streamers act so high and mighty. One, Tony was calling people NPCs if they were smaller than him, but calling smaller streamers like not important, that their raids aren't good enough, that they don't mean anything if it's not a partner, if there's no check mark, you're not cool enough. And like, even if they're serious or not serious about it, you can't tell when you take a clip out of context. And people were posting these on social media and being like, cancel this person, oh my God, he's so bad. But like, then the comment underneath would be like, I'm just kidding, he's the best, I love him, he was just joking. It's like, you can't, it's not hard to be kind. It's not hard to be kind. I love making a joke. I love goofing off with my friends. I love making memes. I like making a fool of myself. I put on shows. I do magic. I do zombie apocalypse. I play video games. I dance. I sing. We do art. We paint. We craft. We shoot the shit. We vent. We cry. We laugh. But kindness is not hard. Making fun of somebody's journey, making fun of somebody's sexual assault, making fun of somebody's lifestyle, how many followers they have, whether their raid was important enough. It's not funny to joke about those. Even if it is a joke, making a clip of somebody saying like, oh my God, why would you even raid me? Only one viewer? You're not even special enough. Taking that out of context is one thing that can happen, but at the same time, like, it's not even funny in context. If I'm watching you and you're saying it live, am I laughing? Like, ha ha ha, oh my God, he's so funny. I love when he says one viewer isn't enough. It's really funny. That's a good joke. You should do stand-up comedy. Is that funny? Is that what you find humorous? Bullying? Abuse? Neglect? It's very hard to watch. And it just comes down to be yourself. You need to learn to be confident in who you are, because out here, especially right now, it doesn't look like you can trust anyone. So you need to trust yourself. You know what's good for you. Be strong. Stand up for what you believe in. Hold those accountable who are close to you. If you have a belief, you have to stand up for it. You can't let people get away with negligence. Be your own person. Get a real sense of humor. Find something you're passionate about and go with it. Ignorance isn't funny. And neither is abuse. Be careful who you idolize. And take care of yourself. If you need help, seek help. I will have as many abuse lines linked in the description below. Reach out to people who care for you, And I know that that's hard because I just said you can't figure out who to care for. It's a really hard conversation to have, and it's been weighing on me. Because I didn't want to say anything. Because who am I? And now I'm going to be involved in this drama if anyone hears this. But no one listens to me anyway. But if anyone does listen to this, now I'm involved. I mean, I'm standing up for what I believe in and saying that y'all need to get a fucking grip. I'm not perfect, but good God. Watching some of you makes me feel like I could be. I have a lot of room to grow, but so do you. Love yourself. Be passionate. Be kind. Kiss your pets. They're the real winners. I'm clocking out. Bye.